Welcome back to another episode of Best Used Watches. It's been quite a while, it's been about a week now. So we start then. First off, we've got the Heuer Aquaracer Solargraph. Now, this is the forged carbon bezel, and I absolutely adore it. I've seen in person that they've got the forged carbon one on the rubber strap, and then they've got the titanium one. The titanium one looks great, but titanium to me is a bit too light. I like it when the watch is a bit more substantial with weight. This watch is sensational. The lume is incredible. I'm not usually one for forged carbon on a watch, but it really works well here. All the texture on the bezel is luminescent, so it really pops at night. It's lovely. It's also a Solargraph, so it runs from the sun, which is great. They paid £2,700. They're £2,800 now after the recent price rise. So, oh, there's a shot of the lume. I'm glad they got a picture of the lume, actually. I mean, it's hard to get a proper picture of it because you need a slower shutter speed and everything, but this kind of tells the story. Look how good that looks. But yeah, 2250, full box and papers. I would say try and offer a 2150 so you can get a bit of money off. A phenomenal watch. Definitely have a gander. Whoa. Breitling Chronomat B01. Now, this is 42mm with full box and papers. Condition wise, it's pretty good, to be fair. This is the copper or salmon dial. It's a very nice dial either way. It's also had a service, but apparently it's because the watch was running fast. It was 15 seconds a day, so they had it serviced through warranty. Looks sexy on the wrist. 4750. I think I'd wait for a little bit off that. I feel like this is one to watch and wait for a seller offer. I feel like it will go for around 4250, to be honest. I think that's more realistic. Definitely have a gander. Phenomenal. Sexy. Tag Heuer Carrera Calibre 6. Now, I love this design of the dial. I had a Monza with this sort of circulish design, and it is gorgeous. I just saw this one and thought £999 is a great price. The clasp is scuffed quite a bit, but nothing too major. Exhibition case back with obviously the Calibre 6 movement. Full box and papers. They did show the back of the warranty card. I don't know if that will put you off, but I don't think it's too major with a watch like this. You get a nice faux leather box, which is pretty schmexy. But yeah, pretty good price for $999, so definitely have a gander. Tudor Black Bay Chronograph. Now this is the pro version, M79350-0001 Capturing. I expect this to go for around 2-ish, 2495. It won't sell for that. Hopefully his reserve is around 2000, because if it's a bit over that, I don't think it's going to sell. So full set, you get extra links as well, 3 extra links, and you get an extra NATO strap. Condition wise, it's okay. The inside of the clasp is pretty beaten, and the outside of the clasp is also pretty beaten. Looks like it's been a knife fight. But the front of the case and the front of the bracelet, not too bad at all, to be fair. Definitely watch it, but I would say stick around 2000 with a max of 2.1, I would say. Definitely have a gander. I heard someone recently, Rolex Submariner. Rolex Submariner. There you go, son. 8895 for full box and papers, 116610 LN. Now this one's pretty sexy, I must admit. Condition wise, it's pretty mint as well. This is a 2012 model. It was bought from Goldsmiths. Has the original receipt, full box and papers. The only thing that's worrying me about this listing is the fact that it is probably around 12 years old now, and it hasn't had a service or had a mention of a service. So I'll definitely ask the question if it has had a service, because 12 years without a service is a long time. So you would have to probably get that sorted. Definitely have a gander. Phenomenal. It's a bloody double whammy. It's another Submariner. This is the 16800, and this comes with box and papers. You got the anchor as well, which is pretty funky. Then you've got 2 extra links. But condition wise, this one's a bit more beaten up than the other one, but it's reflected in the price at $7,350. Bracelet is pretty scuffed up, and it has got some stretch. Definitely have a gander. $7,350 is very cheap. I would see if you can offer $7,250, get an extra 100 squids off. So definitely have a gander. Phenomenal. Panerai Luminor. This is the Marina PAM 00005. I was looking at Panerai recently, them two that I mentioned on a previous video. I was looking at them, but I was doing some research on Panerai because I didn't really know much about them, but apparently they're really lazy with the watches and the movements. So it means that fakes are so good that it's hard to distinguish between them. And I was looking at them on Chrono24 and I was thinking, they don't get authenticated or anything, so it's a bit sketchy. But this one's great because you do get authenticity guarantee. This one's a full set as well. 2899 is a pretty good price, to be fair. It's 2016 model. You get the leather strap with it as well as the rubber strap, obviously. Then you got the strap tool. Condition overall's not too bad. I would ask for a couple more pictures, to be honest. They are a bit vague. Like this one, you can't really see much. So definitely have a gander. Rolex Explorer 2, the white dial. This is a 16570. It's got full box and papers, 6995, which is at the high end of what they're going for at the moment. But this is in pretty good condition, to be fair. Yeah, it's got the odd blemish here and there, but nothing too major. Don't know if that's a dent in the bezel, but I would ask the question about that. But from this picture, crystal and Cyclops window look pretty immaculate, which is the main part. Definitely watch it, see if you get a seller offer though, or send an offer yourself. As I said, 6995 is a bit on the high end. Definitely have a gander. Thank you for watching this Best Used Watches episode. I'm going to do my pointy thing now as my outro. So, if I just scoot over this way, subscribe, video, playlist. That's all very much.